Okay, so why do I hear? Why do I keep hearing Christ is the end of the law? Jesus fulfilled the law. And what I think, when people say that, they're saying Jesus fulfilled the law, so I don't have to keep it. I think that's what they mean by that. Or that's what they're implying. Why do I keep hearing? We're not under the law. All right? You know, John 14 and verse 15, Jesus said, if you love me, keep my commandments. What did Jesus think of the law? Well, he said, if you love me, keep my commandments. All right? No misunderstanding that, is it? Now, another thing I keep hearing is statements like, well, nobody can keep the law. Nobody can keep the law anyway, so we might as well not even try to keep it. You know, just get out of here. Yeah, bad laws, man. God, it looks like you know what you're doing. You keep giving us these bad laws, you know. Nobody can keep them, so let's just do away with them. A God that gives bad laws, you know, I tell you. Now, let me ask you a question. Does it make sense that God would give us a laws, I should say, that nobody can keep, okay, and then kill people for not keeping them? Does that make sense? Is that the kind of God that you serve? That God would give us laws knowing no one can keep it, and then kill people for not keeping it? Is that the kind of God you serve? Maybe you've never heard of Zachariah and Elizabeth. That may ring a bell, those two names, Zachariah and Elizabeth. It says this of them, Luke 1 and verse 6, and it says, and they were both righteous before God, walking in all the commandments and ordinances of the Lord blameless. Wow, blameless. That's pretty powerful, is it not? So nobody can keep the law. Maybe that's just their excuse for not wanting to keep the law. Are you with me? Maybe that's just people's excuses for not wanting to keep the law. I mean, after all, don't we understand that all of God's law is voluntary? Yeah, really, it is. You know, I mean, it's voluntary. When's the last time God made you do anything? All of God's law is voluntary. Listen, if you don't want to keep it, don't keep it. All right, you don't answer to God for that, but, you know, I mean, it's just that simple. You don't want to do that? Don't do it. Now, there are consequences. Your life will not work when you break God's law. Your life will fall all to pieces around your feet when you don't keep God's law. God's law is for the purpose of making your life work. That's the reason He gave it, to make your life work. But it's all voluntary. It really is. The decision to love God must be free, okay? You must be free to choose to do or do not. And most people, religious people, have built a religion around not doing. We don't want to do anything. We don't want any works around here. No, that would be terrible. We just want to be lazy. We just want to love the Lord. Just accept His grace and do nothing.
Is that really in the Bible? What you think is in the Bible is not.